Did you know that the announcer in Super Smash Brothers Brawl was also the announcer for Bill Nye the Science Guy? Throughout all three Smash Brothers games, the announcer has been recorded in English, which is fairly common in fighting games, and has changed from Smash to Smash, with the first two games' announcers being English-speaking actors living in Japan. But Pat Cashman from Seattle, that familiar voice you'd hear on every episode.
Next, exclusive, never-before-seen actual footage of a creature thought to be a myth. Yes, it's Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Had the very same booming pipes you'd hear from picking your character on the select screen.
Free for all! Mario! Captain Falcon! Computer player! Defeated!
And the cackles of Master Hand and Crazy Hand. In each Smash Brothers game, although the announcer was recorded in English, there are slight differences between the announcement of certain characters' names between the American and Japanese releases.
Ice Climber! Ice Climbers! King DDD! Pokemon Trainer! Pokemon Trainer!
On that same note, certain characters with different names in Japan had different recordings as well.
Koopa! Bowser!
The Pokemon characters in particular had even more changes to be made, as their names are different in multiple countries.
Lizardon! Charizard! Dracofeu! Glurak!
Speaking of Pokemon, last episode we talked for a bit about former anime dubbing company 4Kids, and how one of the many video game-based anime series that they had done was F-Zero GP Legend. The cast of the show's team of main characters were in fact all played by actors heard on Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Rick Wheeler was voiced by Greg Abbey, Tristan Taylor from Yu-Gi-Oh! Jodie Summer by Veronica Taylor, Ash from Pokemon, Jack Levin by Mark Thompson, Duke Devlin from Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dr. Clash by Maddie Blaustein, Meowth from Pokemon and Yuki's grandpa from Yu-Gi-Oh!, Mr. EAD by Wayne Grayson, Joey Wheeler on Yu-Gi-Oh!, Lucy Liberty by Amy Birnbaum, Max on Pokemon and Taya Gardner on Yu-Gi-Oh!, Black Shadow by Eric Stewart, Brock on Pokemon and Seto Kaiba on Yu-Gi-Oh!, and Dr. Stewart by Dan Green, the voice of Yu-Gi-Oh! Himself. The mascot of F-Zero, Captain Falcon, took a backseat in the anime series as a mysterious equivalent to Racer X, only showing up when the time was right for him to take action. Falcon was voiced by radio DJ David Wills, who had voiced countless characters on both Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Sadly though, F-Zero GP Legend only lasted one season on 4Kids' Saturday morning block, the Fox Box, and just one tie-in game for the Game Boy Advance was released in America. It's a tragedy. He never got to dub that scene where he does the Falcon Punch. In 2001, when Super Smash Bros. Melee released for the Nintendo GameCube, a new landmark was made for Nintendo games with the introduction to the Fire Emblem franchise. The characters Marth and Roy from the first and sixth Fire Emblem games respectively were included as unlockable characters, and putting emphasis on the fact that their games of origin were previously Japan exclusive, their Japanese performances were left in the game. Marth's Japanese actor, Hikaru Midorikawa, reprised the role from a Fire Emblem OVA in 1996, which got an American release in 1997 dubbed by ADV Films. In it, Marth, or Mars as he was sort of correctly translated to be called, was voiced by Spike Spencer, better known as the voice of Shinji Ikari from Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Sorry, but I'm listening now. I'm sorry, Sheeta. I really am. Sure, if it's okay.
Although Marth has still been kept to speak in Japanese throughout the later games, flashing forward several years later to Fire Emblem Awakening, which was recorded in English at Cup of Tea Studios in California, featured Spike Spencer, who had moved there since the time of recording the Fire Emblem OVA, now voicing a different Fire Emblem character, Excellus.
These fools! Really?
With the announcement of Super Smash Brothers Brawl for the Wii at E3 2007, Solid Snake was revealed to be a special guest third-party character, bringing the gritty, realistic world of Hideo Kojima's Metal Gear Solid to the Nintendo universe. Hollywood screenplay writer and actor David Hayter, Snake's longtime voice actor since 1998, was brought back to reprise the beloved badass. Not only that, but on the Shadow Moses Island stage inspired by Metal Gear Solid 1, Snake would be able to receive codec messages from his fellow MGS characters. Reunited were Paul Eiding as Colonel Roy Campbell, Kim My Guest as Mei Ling, and Christopher Randolph as Otakon. Even Emmy Award-winning Rob Paulson of Pinky and the Brain and Animaniacs fame was included for the voice of Gray Fox, who cameoed as an assist trophy in the game. Although these were technically just clips recycled from Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes on GameCube. Punch-Out was a series not revisited by Nintendo for many years until just recently. Little Mac had a small cameo in Brawl as an assist trophy, voiced by Falco's Japanese actor, Hisao Egawa. The champion of the ring made a bigger comeback 1 year later in Punch-Out for the Nintendo Wii in 2009, voiced by Next Level Games sound designer Matt Hardy. More interestingly was that for the many international characters that appeared in this game, Nintendo chose to cast racially and ethnically appropriate by hiring actors who could speak the corresponding languages. For example, Christian Bernard, a French actor playing Glass Joe, or Samit Saru, an Indian actor playing Great Tiger. Worth pointing out, though, is the Canadian actor playing Bear Hugger, Richard Newman.
Hey, hoser! I'm gonna hit you so hard, you're gonna see northern lights, eh?
You might recognize Richard from a wide variety of cartoons, but if you've ever seen the nightmare that was once the American Street Fighter animated series, you'll recognize this man right away.
Not until I see those street fighters pummeled to dust, which should be any moment now. Yes! Yes!
Thanks again for watching. This video was inspired by Did You Know Gaming, so go check out their channel and watch all their videos about gaming trivia. Special thanks yet again to Omahdon for the audio mastering, JamesmanXtreme for the music, and BehindTheVoiceActors.com and Sounds Resource for all the audio samples. Be sure to check out some of our other videos over on the side, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more. See you next time!